According to me, if we see the Indian markets have been contained so far, and if we see the markets have been very resilient, if we find, okay. So one of the main reason what we can see over here is markets have been getting a quite good pressure from the recent RBI rate cuts. So if you'll see, there are many positive and the strong fundamentals of the market. So even the markets fundamentals are strong. Plus on top of that, the recent RBI rate cuts, which is also empowering the domestic industries, we'll say. So due to all these, and if we see the India's import and trade balance book is also very diversified. And if you see a very the disruption what is happening due to the the supply disruptions, then too India has not been impacted on a major traction due to all these factors because somewhere the India has been diversifying its portfolio of its supply and its concentrations into the foreign countries. If we see, that's very true that crude oil prices have been spiked and increasing the volatility. And due as we see, despite markets being resilient this time, there some sectors and some stocks have been hampering quite low on this. If you see the past a few sessions of the trading which is going on, the markets have been pressurized under due to these factors. And if the war escalates from here, so we are finding that inflation might be pressurized or will be on a higher side as the VIX, what market volatility index, has been also seen an upside due to all this. And if we see as the both countries daily conflict news and coming into the markets every day. So due to all of these factors, even the crude oil spike of the crude oil prices and everything. So if we see markets and some sectors have not been still insulated from all these. So there are some stocks and there are some sectors which are still getting impacted directly from these news. So if we, as an investor, if I see the worries, what I can see in the going near term and medium term, we can find they are that investors might go to safer haven assets. They might go to gold. They might like to shift into mutual funds and everything. They might not have direct exposure in equities as equity volatility has been spiked. And if you see the, it's better to go on the stocks which are have strong research, and domestic industry stocks would perform well in these scenarios, you can see. For buying opportunities, if I say, it is better to maintain a cautious approach in these scenarios as we don't know how these conflicts might unfold, right? So, what we could expect is like to maintain a cautious approach and only buy or only go for the stocks for the strong sectors or which are having a good momentum or good strength in it. If we see what sectors, defense looks good because as geopolitical tensions arises, at that time, domestic defense sectors are quite good as government can spike their spending on these sectors due to the government and defense security reasons. So government spending could inflate some good amount of spike into defense sector. Other which I can say could be a stable one could be banking. So as banking and financials are also being quite stable due to the recent RBI rate cuts. So if we see even banking could be a good sector to go for. And even you can go for industries which are being less impacted and less exposure into the Middle East and the export countries. Not blindly, but I can say with a cautious approach and maintaining a proper due diligence and proper research, they can go for it. As per now, if I see defense sector stands good with the strong fundamentals. So there are many countries which are having a good order in book, good capex and good spending coming in. As well, government policies and government infusion of money is also supplying and supporting these companies. For oil companies, oil marketing companies, obviously yes, their margins may be squeezed, and due to the higher input cost. So oil marketing companies might see a negative impact on due to this news, but oil producing companies might see a positive impact. So for port sector, I can see what I can say is that there might be an higher input cost pressure as transportation and logistics cost would also increase due to this. So ports, as there might be delay in their projects, what the ongoing projects will be going on. So due to that, many ports will be having a ban, or some ports will be having a delayed project system which will be going on, and some projects might delay their current ongoing operations, and due to which their revenue and profitability can impact, and going forward the transportation and the logistics sector can also impact due to these factors.